and you'll notice that there's a beacon check right at the trailhead. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the video, but when I go by, it should turn green. That indicates that my beacon is working. First part of the trail ride is just to parallel the highway, work our way along until we can get up to the power line, and then we'll start to climb up the trees at that point. Starting to climb now. We'll be up to the power line here pretty soon. There's the power line. That's marking about 1/3 of the way up, and then the snow should start to get better after this point. About to turn into the trees here and follow the trail on up to the cabin. That's Chris Tandy on the sled right ahead of me, and my friend Gary on the red RMK. From here, it's mainly just a winding trail through the trees like this until we get up to the first area where it opens up and we have a cabin. Just putting my scratchers up because there's enough snow for cooling here now, and we'll be ready to roll. Well, we made it up through the trees, and we're now in our first open area here. The cabin is at the other end of this big open space. It's not really a cabin, it's just basically a little plywood shed. But it would do in a pinch if you needed shelter. So we'll play around here a bit, and then we'll head up on top. much space up here, you can just roar around for a long time. Uh-oh, looks like somebody may be in trouble. I better go over there and see if they need help. No, he says all's good, so time to roar around and have some more fun. Okay, well, enough farting around down here in the flatland. Let's get up into the sunshine and have some real fun. On top where the sun is shining. Lots more fun up here. Just going to hunt around and try to find something to play on. That was fun. I think we should try that a few more times. Never get tired doing that stuff. We've discovered that those other people you see right here are part of Prince George Search and Rescue. We end up riding with them throughout the day. Okay, should we do this one more time? Or are you tired of seeing me do that? Yeah, alright. We'll leave it this time and we'll head on up the hill. Well, that ridge ahead looks exciting. Could be a place to get a little air. go back and do that again. Don't you? I wonder where everybody went. I think they're up there on the ridge. I'm going to go check it out. Aha, here they are. They're not my guys, they're the search and rescue guys. But this is a good chance for us to have a little talk and make a plan for the day. Looks like we're going to ride with them throughout the day. We're just going to tag along and help them. They've got a bunch of new riders who are going to be slow and will need some help. So we'll help them out, and when they don't need our help, we'll be ripping up the snow. Looks like we've caught up to the rest of the crew. They're going to go single file because they are just new riders, but I'm not going to follow them. That ridge coming, right? You know I'm going to run over it. I always do. Probably time to go find that search and rescue crew so we can stay together as a group. they are just yet, but I found another place to play, so I'll have to play here for a minute and then go find them. Ah, there they are. Ah, looks like we caught up to him again. I'm going to plow through that little ridge, don't you? Okay, I guess it's time to move on to the next area. Up ahead I can see some hill climbing possibilities. Aha! Looks like we're getting close now. Just chatting with the search and rescue guy. We agree that the three of us, Chris and Gary and I, are going to go ahead and play around in the meadow there while he goes back and brings the new riders in. Okay, well, looking straight ahead, that's the area that slides in a few minutes. You can see there's one track right up the middle, which is Chris's. If I get my fat head out of the way. Come on. There I go. I'll run up there. We'll have a closer look. I'll make a run up there, and then Chris will make a third run, and then it won't be till I go up the second time a little bit to the right that we actually bring the slide down. I'm actually riding right in the area that slides. As I cut across here, I'll head back down. This whole area below me is also a part that slides. I'm just going to play here a little bit, do a couple little donuts while I wait for Chris to finish his second run. And then when he comes down, I'll go up, you have a look up in the upper right corner of the viewfinder, you can see them up on the hill. Coming down from the top there, and I wait for him to clear, and then I'm going to head up to the right and get up on the ridge to have a look around. And it's when I get to the top of the ridge that the slide comes down, and no one even notices. Going to turn myself around and head back down the way I came up, and that's when I noticed that the slide is happening. At this point I can see that the slide has come down, and you can see that track in the snow right in front of me. That's where I came up, and I can see the people down below. So I'm going to head here to my left along the ridge and drop down in the trees over there where it's safer. Coming down through the trees, the rest of the guys have noticed that the slide has come down, and they're starting to determine whether everybody's accounted for or not. After some chatting and one guy running up to start to sweep the slide, we determine that everybody's fine, and we all collect together again and get ready to carry on with the rest of the day. We stopped and had some lunch, and while the others ate, I had to roar around and find something to do. and we'll get out of this bowl area and head over to the other side of the ridge. Got a little carried away with my power turn and I fall off here. I have to stop and put the sled back on its track before I can go. Side hill here that climbs out of the bowl, and it's difficult for some of the new riders, so we have to stop and help them along the way here. Okay, we got them dug out, so I'll head on up and see if anybody else needs help. Back down and do a last check and make sure that everybody that's on their way up is doing okay. These guys waved me on, so they're doing okay. Nothing like a nice long side hill to get some practice. Oh, and I see maybe there's a damsel in distress. I might have to pull over there and give her a hand. Okay, well, got her dug out, so let's back to plane and see if we can round up the crowd. Always on the lookout for something to do a wheelie on. Almost got stuck there. Just barely had enough power to keep myself moving forward. But that was so much fun, I think we should do it again. hard to tell if the darn camera is running. It's got a small little LED light on it, and it's hard to see through the goggles in the sun and the snow, so I have to keep looking right at it. Chris coming up, he just did a wheelie. I think I should go back and do it again, don't you? Okay, well, we've probably worn out that spot on the hill, so let's move on. Coming up to a little ridge here that you can't even see on the camera, but I'm going to jump off it. You can see it then. Go find the rest of the crew, but while we do that, we'll play along the way. There's something else to play on. Oh, decisions. Do I follow the guy ahead of me, or do I turn around and go do a wheelie on that ridge again? Looks like Chris is doing a wheelie on the ridge too, so I'll do one right behind him. Unfortunately, my batteries went dead and I missed a whole lot of footage without realizing it. Now we're like 45 minutes later, and we're on the top of Skinny Ridge, a narrow little pass. It's steep on both the left and the right, and also steep on the other side. some of the new riders are a little concerned about it, so a couple of us are going to run down and make a path for him. Okay, so everybody made it down just fine, and we're on the last leg of the ride now, which is basically a trail ride all the way back down to the power line, and then to the cabin, and then back to the truck. I won't make you watch the whole trail ride down, so I'm going to cut here until we get to the power line. So here we are coming out of the end of the trail back to the power line. We're going to work our way along the power line, down to the gas line, and eventually we're going to get to a cabin. There's some commotion down below. It looks like somebody's run off the trail and into the willows. I know who that is. I think I'm going to stop and harass him. I'm going to take the camera out of its casing so I can get a close-up view.
So Anthony, how is it that coming down a simple hill like this and you end up in the trees for the second time?
It's been a long, long day. How was that slide?
Hey.
That should be good, Dave.
I can dub that out.
Thank God for editing.
All right, well, I guess we're ready to move on. So the three of us got ahead of the group on the trail, and we're just going to stop here and wait. But as per usual, I get a little edgy, so I decide to do a little turn down here to my left and almost get stuck. Close to a little cabin that we're going to stop at for a snack. This cabin was built by a friend of Heather's and mine that we met when we were in Victoria. Though when we moved up here, I've never really had a chance to spend any time with him, and this is actually the first time I've been to the cabin. I'll just walk up here and give you a little better look at the cabin.
give it a lot of gas, and then just when you're up to about 150 speed.
Rocky Mountain Riders.
Inside the cabin, there's a table and some benches and a nice wood stove, and somebody's already lit a fire in there probably earlier in the day. It's nice and warm and cozy. Be a great place to take shelter if you needed to. Okay, now we're on the final leg. We're following a bit of a groomed trail that takes us around the ski hill. You'll probably see some of the ski hill housing and cabins as we go by. Now we've passed the ski hill and we're on the ungroomed trail. It's a little bit dicey in places where the water started to wash it out. We need to get up onto that trail to our right, up on the next level. And here we are back at the parking lot where we started. It's always a nice day when everybody gets back to the parking lot in one piece. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed doing the ride so I could make it for you. In fact, I enjoyed it so much, I might go make another one.